fuck is that smell?
Don't ever come at me with honey or I'll come at you with these hands.
The April Fool's bitches. And welcome to Always Room for More. I'm your host, Chris Moore. With me, as always, is the beautiful Trina.
Hello.
And our best friends, Ryan and Spinny.
Hi there, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Spinny.
Yesterday, when you guys are hearing this, is April Fool's Day. And got me wondering, why is the 1st of April the National Prank Day, known as April Fool's? What was the first prank pulled? Who decided that April 1st should be Fool's Day?
Who the fuck is April? Let's smoke weed about it.
Ooh. That's good hash. Put some hash on these bowls.
Yeah, I think everybody got it topped off later.
Still
Try a
burning.
sift, Keith.
Mine nearly didn't pull through. That was dangerous. But I made it.
Ooh-wee.
You pulled through on it, pulled it through.
Yeah, I pulled through.
Well, back to the topic at hand. Does anyone know why April Fool's was created, or why, or how?
No, I'm curious though.
I actually have no idea.
Right? It's weird. Like, why the hell are we celebrating a fucking day where we pull pranks?
That usually pisses people off.
Or really stupid. Like, I remember when I was young and I'd pulled that whole trick that you pull in school, where you run up to your teacher in grade 4 or whatever and be like, Miss blah, 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 I'm moving today today, so today's my last day in your class. And they're all like, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. We'll miss you. Then you're like, April Fools. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's the first time I've heard that one. You know, they give you that look like, oh, you're so clever, kid. No one else has done that? Am I the only one?
I never did that.
I remember pulling some pranks on my teachers, but I don't remember what they were.
I did the thumbtacks on the chair.
You did that.
Spinny.
Spinny's that kid.
To who?
I went there. I don't remember
Was she a
her name.
bitch, or was he a dick at least?
I don't remember her name. He was grade 6. I don't remember most of my teachers' names. I blocked that shit out.
It was a teacher?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And it was a girl.
Yeah. I remember their genders, but not, or what I assumed their genders was. And I had no concept of that back then. But yeah, no, I did the thumbtacks to my grade 6 teacher. Wasn't nice. I also what else did I do? Oh, we emptied glue sticks, and we just poured glue and glue sticks in someone's desk.
Oh, see, I never did anything at school. I never really was the prankster. I always had people trying to pull pranks on me, and I wouldn't even say that it was really my friends or anything. My mom would try to get me occasionally. I remember the first prank my mom ever pulled on me to teach me what April Fool's Day was.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, I was very little, like toddler age. I remember this so vividly.
Mm-hmm.
I
She
didn't
pulled
know.
a prank on you when you were a toddler?
She wanted to teach me what April Fool's Day was. I didn't know what it was. It was
That's pretty
it
cool.
was like my first cognitive April Fool's Day. So I was really attached to my mom, right? Am very attached to my mother. I used to sleep with her when I was little, right? So I was probably like 3. Okay. We woke up. I remember I was sitting on her bed, and she had gone into the bathroom, and then she asked me to come here to brush my teeth or whatever. I don't remember what she was doing at the time. And I remember her calling me back into the bedroom and going, "Oh, Trina, there's something in the closet." And I'm like, a 3-year-old, what? She's like, there's something in the closet. right? She was standing by the closet, and 3-year-old me did not see her hand behind the door of the closet, right? So she's like, I think there's something in there, right? And I'm like, no, there isn't, right? She starts tapping on the door. 3-year-old me is just freaking mind blown. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? Right? And she's like, I don't know. And she starts doing it harder. And I don't see her. She's sly. She was slick, man. I don't know. Either that or it's real fucking stupid.
She still is pretty slick.
She is slick.
Slick with 6 C's.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like just dumbfounded by this. And then she starts getting louder and I run away. And she's like, Trina, I think there's a bear in my closet. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, she went to a bear, motherfucker. Just straight to the biggest animal you can fucking find. She's like, there's a bear in my closet. And I'm like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I'm like freaking out. So like, she like, I don't remember how we got back to the closet, but we get back to the closet and then like she starts like making it jiggle again. And then she freaking ran at me or something. I like just screamed and she's like, April Fools! And I'm like, what? I was just like, just like, what just happened? Why did you do that? Why would you lie? Like, I just didn't get the concept, and she had to like explain to me that it's the first day of April and we play tricks on each other. And I'm just like, well, that's mean. Like, I couldn't get around the concept of just like, why would you do that? And I don't think I've ever gotten over it because I still don't really like April Fool's Day.
That's a terrifying introduction to a 3-year-old.
Right?
I don't know if any other poor kids had such a
traumatizing
start to
3 or
that.
4. I was young, like no obligations to go to school or anything. I remember we were in our apartment in Scarborough, so on the 3rd floor, so I had to have been about 3 or 4. So
I never really had pranks pulled on me. I don't think. I can't remember. I was one of like kind of not as bad as spinning, not thumbtacks. Jesus, man, no.
The thumbtacks were me. The glue wasn't me. I was just like in the friend group of someone else who spearheaded that one. Thumbtacks was me trying to be cool. I got and credit where credit's due. I got some cool points for the
I know what
thumbtacks.
they say about bystanders.
But what do they say about bystanders?
Just as guilty.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it would have gone down at the principal's office if we got caught.
Oh yeah, for sure. Big if. No, but I was the kind of kid that did weird shit. Like I stuck toothpicks in Tabasco sauce, and for a week. And I thought if I left them in there, and then I put them in the dispenser for toothpicks, when the next person goes to grab one, it'll be like a spicy fucking toothpick. It'll be like trying to pick their teeth and be like, oh, that's fucking spicy. So, me being young and not understanding how wood and water and soaking wood works, and the expansion of wood when it gets soaked and splinters and breaks and becomes brittle.
Just disintegrates.
Yeah. Came back to it a week later, and they were just floppy and not good for anything. So I never got to pull that prank off. The best prank that I ever did pull off, though, my brother Jordan knows this story. And he'll probably slightly always have a grudge against me for it. One day, me and him were doing something, I forget what it was, but he had made fun of me for something, probably called me fat or something, I don't know. Some kid bullshit. Yeah. Older brother became younger brother. And he went out with his friends that night, and I stayed home. But that day, I had gone out running in the rain and shit, playing with my friend. And I think we were playing like baseball in the rain. We were fucking stupid. Literally, the bat almost flew out of our hands like 20% of the time. Fucking almost killed us. But anyways, and so my socks got drenched in sweat and rain. So I came home, and me and Jordan had that fight. Jordan went off, and I took my sock out of my shoe, my wet shoe, unfolded it, unrolled it, stuck it on the bottom of his pillow, inside the pillowcase. Put the pillow back on his bed. Went along to do the rest of my thing for the rest of the night. Tra-la-la-la. Totally forgot about the fucking sock. Later that night, we go to bed. He goes, lays on his pillow, and all I hear is, "What the fuck is that smell?" And I'm sitting there going, "Oh." Try not to laugh, because if I laugh, he knows the game's up. I'm getting hurt.
And you didn't even get, and if you laugh early, you don't even get the full payoff. Like when he turns the cold side of the pillow and puts his cheek into it.
Oh, he did.
He did.
He did. He was like, "Oh, this fucking stinks." He grabs the pillow, lifts it up, feels it. What the fuck is this? Throws the sock away. Fucking throws the pillow away. Realizes I start laughing. So he's like, "Motherfucker!" So he comes down, gives me a punch in the arm and shit. Right? Because we slept in bunk beds. And so Melissa, my sister, she was babysitting at the time, she comes in the bedroom, yells at us, tells us to get the fuck back to bed and whatnot, and don't make any more fucking noise. So Jordan goes back to the bed, and because I put the sock on the bottom of the pillow, it sunk into the bedding in the bed, so his bed still smelled like the fucking... He was like, "Oh, my fucking bed stinks still."
That's a good
best
one.
Payback ever.
That's a good one.
That's fantastic.
That was on April.
That was not on April
No,
Fool's.
that was
No,
just a prank.
that was just a prank to get back at my older brother because I was like, a big fan of pranks. But back to the April Fools, if you don't mind. Some historians speculate the April Fool's Day would date back to 1582, when France, the Queen of France, took a fool, hung him because he made a huge practical joke that she did not like. I'm just kidding, April Fools, bitches.
You fucking had me there for a minute.
You little shit.
Yeah. Well, basically, from the Julian calendar, there was a switch from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar.
Gregorian?
Okay, one more time, babe.
Restart?
Gregorian?
Yeah, Gregorian.
Okay. Calendar, as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563. So basically, in the Julian calendar, in the Hindu calendar, the New Year began the spring equinox around April 1st. So people were slow to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st. Therefore, April 1st became, a huge joke to these people because they were still celebrating April 1st when they should be celebrating January 1st. They became the butt of the jokes. So they became the fools of April.
So they kept making fun of the people that were every April 1st. Half of this group of people would be like, "Oh, Happy New Year's." Meanwhile, half the town would be like, "Look at those idiots."
It'd be more like these three people that still think April 1st is New Year's. The rest of the fucking town is like, no, it's fucking January 1st.
Yeah, it's not like half and half. It's like these 10 people.
Very minor.
Yeah, a small percentage of the population.
I have a question then.
Sure.
Why is it that not everybody does, but most people will tell you that April Fool's does not go past 12 o'clock in the afternoon?
I think that's just because fucking people don't want to deal with pranks.
Yeah, I think
I think
if
that
you're
was
gonna,
like a school rule.
it was a school rule, I do believe, because I don't remember anyone else saying anything about that until like you go to school and your teacher's like, pranks can go on, but anytime after 11, guys, that's not the time for pranks anymore. You're a fool if you pull a prank after 11.
I'm just curious if that was an actual thing or if it was just a non-thing that people started to do because it was annoying.
No, it's probably a temperamental thing from like parents or elders just being like, you know what? I don't find it funny.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really tell me. I've tried looking it up. It doesn't really tell me that rule. That's what I mean. So I think it is just a rule made up by people to basically like try to curb the pranks for the whole day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the naysayers. It's just the people who are party poopers, pooping on parties, don't want to have fun with April Fool's Day. Those people are like, yeah, April Fool's Day only goes till noon because I don't want it to go past noon.
I mean, I'm one of those people, I won't lie. I am not a huge fan of being a butt of the joke or like being like, I mean, I can take the occasional like, haha, but I'm a kind of sensitive person and people make stupid ass jokes about stupid ass things on April Fool's Day.
Y'all remember that prank Steve did on me?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I wasn't aware of this. What happened?
Okay, so it started basically on tour. I was doing that thing where I put my finger next to Steve's face while he's looking away, and then I call Steve's name, and he turns his face, and his face pokes into my finger.
And it's like a ha ha ha, gotcha.
Oh, God, yeah. And Steve's got so mad after so many of them, and he goes, "I've got this prank plan for you," and Strange knows what it is, And I turned to Strange, and I just got the evil eyes. I got mad. I'm like, you fucking tell me what the fuck? Because I thought they were gonna like spray me with honey. Because that's like a fun fact about Spinny. Spinny's scared of sticky shit. Don't ever come at me with honey, or I'll come at you with these hands.
Yeah, no, like severe phobia of sticky stuff.
I can't have my hands be sticky. It's just a fucking thing. Can't have sticky things on me. So I thought that's what he was going for. Nope. Instead, he just lit off firecrackers behind my head and hurt my hearing for like 2 months.
Yeah, a fucking musician. Like, the equivalent of you poking him in the face is me damaging your hearing. Just a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it all came back, but my hearing was dulled in my one ear for a bit. It was.
It's fine. It's fine now.
Yeah. It was right under my chair.
It was funny. Your face. Oh, man. It wasn't. It was funny.
It was funny. It's still funny now.
It was funny. You were just like, Jesus! Like, I've never seen you move so fast. Oh.
It's on video somewhere.
Probably a little bit of shell shock. I mean, his reaction was probably
Actually,
like, am I dying right now?
I think Steve.
shot?
I think Steve does have the video, and I will get him to send it to me so we can post it on the Instagram, just so we can show you. What
Wow,
we're
did you
talking
just
about.
volunteer to publicly shame him?
Yeah.
Did we get your advice
We all gotta do it
on
sometime.
that, Spinny? Are
My
you okay?
advice?
Yeah, are you no?
Yeah, if it's
permission?
worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Make
Oh,
sure
we
it
gotta
goes
do that.
viral.
We gotta do it soon because then we can post it with this episode on April Fool's Day.
That's what I was going for.
Oh, I kind of zoned out there because I was looking at the April Fool's Day's noon thing. It's a big thing. Like, apparently, yeah, basically people said you gotta stop at noon because, morning is time for tricks. The afternoon is time for work.
Fuck all that.
Kind of bullshit.
Morning
yeah.
is time for sleeping.
That's what other people are saying nowadays is that, no, afternoon's for work. Morning is for, doing other shit that I gotta
Like,
do.
you don't fucking touch me before I have my coffee. From noon onward is fair game. And that's like, cool, I'm awake. You're not waking me up funny. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not fucking with me while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, throwing things
You're not
on
fucking
you.
with me before I have my coffee, basically.
Did you pull any pranks off, Ryan, as a kid?
Not that I can think of. I wasn't a real prankster. I was kind of the quiet one.
Do you have any pranks pulled on against you?
Yeah.
No, not that I can think of.
You and I feel are very similar. We just kind of blended in. We weren't really like necessarily the exact target of a prank. We were just nearby if one so happened to go off, or like just oh that happened. Okay, like because I can't recall ever actually pulling a prank off and or having one done to me, except for people jump scaring me like people jump, but that's not hard. You can walk up behind me too quiet and I'll jump. Like it's
I've done it many times, just coming home and she doesn't know I'm home yet and walking around the corner. She's like, oh my God.
I've had people announce themselves to me and I still jump at their presence. Like, it's just, I'm a jumpy ass person. So, I mean, people get a kick out of it and sometimes they try and do it, but it's not that often. So, I don't, yeah.
Remember when you asked me which animal you think you are?
Yeah.
Or I think you are?
Yeah.
I change it.
Why?
Now
To
you're
what?
a gazelle.
Oh, 'cause-
Leaping gazelle. Kind of
mean-
blend in, and then when you get startled easily, you're just like leaping. You're like, just go.
Gone.
you know what? I will take it. I will take it because I had something pointed out to me that I didn't think about.
What?
And I'm gonna hold a grudge against you forever. But when Chris asked, when Chris said I was a dog, it kind of triggered the memory of when you called me a poodle. You remember that?
Wasn't it a filthy poodle or a dirty poodle?
It was a dirty poodle, and I nearly fucking gutted you. You remember that? You remember that, Ryan?
She had a
Was
butcher's
it
knife.
dirty? I don't think dirty was the right word that I used.
I think it was. I was there.
Witnesses.
A
You being a
matted?
dick.
I think I said a matted poodle.
Oh, that's even worse. For those who don't know,
We're
I
talking
have
about her
very,
hair.
very
The poof
curly hair. Okay, I have a lot of curly hair. It's a thing. It gets a little big in the summer.
She got big hair. It's fine.
No, big hair, don't care. Fuck yeah. Like, okay,
But
and
most of the time she's treating with the good hair.
treat it with the good hair. I'm just saying that it kind of brought up that memory for me. I'm like, oh, he's lucky he didn't say that, but I brought it up. So I just wanted to remind you that I haven't forgotten that comment.
Let's see if Ryan compares me to the poodle again.
Yeah. No, but a gazelle is a much better animal comparison. Thank you, Ryan. I will take a sketchy ass gazelle over a fucking dirty dog. Okay?
Fair enough.
I would cuddle a dirty dog before I cuddled a sketchy gazelle. I would, you know what I mean? If you just saw like two animals sitting on the side of the road and one's just a bug-eyed gazelle, I'm like, no, I still don't trust it.
What about a little baby gazelle? He kind of looked like a little billy goat, maybe.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they come out with.
They can chew through tin.
Huge horns. What?
They eat fucking tin cans, man. They can chew through
Gazelles?
tin. Goats.
Goats!
I was talking about cuddling a little baby gazelle.
A baby
not
goat. You said like a baby goat. If a baby goat can do it, what can fucking a gazelle do?
Not that.
Maybe. How do you know?
Maybe that. Africa's a scary place.
Yeah.
It's not very hospitable. That's
You want to know something
Please tell me
really funny?
gazelles don't eat meat.
No, they get eaten. They are meat.
Yeah.
Okay, because that would be terrifying.
I mean, again, that's definitely me. I'm not the predator. I am most definitely prey.
But you're a Leo.
A very, very, very cowardly lion indeed. But in all honesty, you're going to probably find this funny. At one point, I really wanted to go to Africa because as a certified...
It's where the elephants are.
As a certified photographer, you know, in my head, exactly. That's where the elephants are. That's where the elephants are. That's where, like, they're gorgeous animals. Scary animals.
So warm.
Making a comeback.
So warm. Oh, so warm. That's a nightmare for Spinny. He says that as, like, dreading. He's like, so warm. And I'm just like,
okay,
so
but it's
warm.
like 40 degrees warm.
No, it's kind of depressing.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
No.
I mean, people won't like the way I look, but I will take it.
You remember how hot it gets upstairs in the attic on the worst days here?
Yeah.
I think I was gonna be there outside.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's not allowed to dress how she wants in the attic.
That's not true.
What the fuck does that mean?
He's being sarcastic. He's being a jackass. That's what. He's like, you can wear whatever you want upstairs. What are you freaking talking about? Anyway, that's not what I'm saying. And I what I was getting at was it was an old dream that I put into a box into the back of my brain because I know that I would not be able to handle going to Africa, which is what I was getting around to.
Okay, all right.
They have mosquitoes that are huge.
I don't like bugs. I don't like a lot of things that are in Africa that would be in Africa. So that didn't make any sense.
Spiders,
No, all the scary
snakes.
wildlife.
Yeah, things that can eat you.
I'm too high.
Well, what about meerkats? You know, I've always wanted a pet meerkat.
I don't think you should have a pet meerkat.
They're not meant to be pets, man.
They're
They're
not
not
pets.
meant to be pets. I get it, but they're adorable.
They're not pets. They're
little
food.
tiny.
What?
What?
Well,
Who
they are gonna
eats a
eat lions,
meerkat?
tigers,
Okay,
bears.
all
Oh
right.
my.
Honey badgers.
Honey badgers.
Those are scary motherfuckers.
Honey
I heard.
badgers are scary motherfuckers.
What about
They'll
Tasmanians?
just fuck up a cobra's day. Go up to a cobra. Hey, Mr. Venomous Bastard. Fuck you. Poof.
I am immune to your poison.
All right, short trivia question for the day. What's the difference between a honey badger and a regular badger?
Honey.
Is there a honey barbecue badger?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm going to ignore that question and ask a different one. How the hell did we get on this topic?
We got
Like-
talking about elephants.
Africa, elephant.
No,
Africa.
we don't need to backtrack. They've heard it. They've heard
Seen
it.
the rain.
I'm just wondering how we got from April Fool's Day to animals. Continue, my love. April Fool's Day. Any other freaking interesting facts you got going on?
Well, I thought we got off the topic, so I wasn't going to really bring it up again.
I'm sorry. I brought it back around
It's
because
okay.
I'm like that.
I closed the window, though, when I was looking at my thing, so now I got to find it again.
Let's just smoke weed about it.
That's a
All right,
fair
that
Sounds
sounds
good.
like a bowl.
game.
Although I got to pack a new one. But maybe this is a perfect time to bring out some Explain the Strain.
Ah.
Ryan, do you have anything you want to talk about? Or I'll let you
Well,
finish
I
that.
did just finish the last of my bowl. So. Let me just empty that bowl while I pack another one and get
Yeah.
around. Oh.
Well,
what are you
over the
packing?
Container. Let me pull over the container and explain this. This is actually a really nice strain.
I think we've had it before. Well, not on the pod, but me and Trina have had it before.
Yeah, only once before. It's from a supplier that I haven't had that often. Like I've said, only twice. So once before this and this, only these 2 times. The supplier is called Montreal Cannabis, and the strain is called Sage and Sour. It's got a really pungent smell, as Spinny
Oh,
described.
this is the one that I really like the smell of.
Yeah, strong
this.
smell.
Well, the one that Ryan's smoking.
Yeah.
Do you wanna?
Yeah.
You wanna smell?
It really has a good smell. And
Oh my god, it smells so earthy and
definitely the sage.
it's so nice. Like I would want to burn it as an incense almost. Like that's not to waste it. I would have it in incense form is what I mean. That smell.
If you're gonna do that, you might as well eat it.
Well,
Ryan.
you get a contact high off the smoke at least. I don't know. Well, I'm sure you probably do get a high from eating it.
Okay.
You get a contact high off of the.
Okay. So one, let me clarify. I would have an incense that had this smell, not a weed, an incense that would have this smell.
She wants an incense. She's not gonna burn the weed like an incense.
No, I will smoke the damn weed. That's different. You, on the other hand, motherfucker, if we're bringing this back up, are sadistic and eat buds raw. Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
But,
she's
but
totally
think
against
about the
it.
next level. If I dip it in
We're not going
chocolate
there
and then
again.
roll it in Rice Krispies, that could be like a delicate treat. Decadent treat.
Have you done this yet?
Not with the Rice Krispies, but I have actually rolled a bud in chocolate.
No,
and eaten it.
I knew about that. I knew about the chocolate incident. We're all well aware of the chocolate incident. But I'm just wondering if you've gone to the Ferrero Rocher of weed yet. If you've done that, because yeah, this is he talked about this a while ago, not on pod, but like, and we were talking about the Ferrero Rocher thing. Have you done it yet? Are you gonna do it?
No, but it is my idea to do this
Think about
as a
that.
gift for all 3 of you.
All right, we'll get on it, and then we'll
I'll
let you
eat
know
it
how to
then.
do it. We'll let you know how it tastes.
I'm upset. Okay,
She's not going to be happy.
A, Ferrero Rocher is my favorite chocolate, and you cannot fuck with that. Okay. B, no.
What makes Ferrero Rocher even better? How do you say it so clear? And I
Because it's my favorite, Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero
You have to-
Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher. Oh, if we get a sponsor because of that, can we say it enough?
No, that's not how it works. We're not going to Markiplier our way into things.
Oh,
I love him. He's just that's how he does
man.
it. That's how
And
he
he-
does. We're not going to be like him. That's all I'm saying. We're not going to copy his style. You know, we got our own style. We'll figure it out.
Ferrero Rocher. Sorry.
See, but when she says it, it also comes off French. When you say it, it comes off like a little hick.
Ferrero Rocher.
Rocher.
That's not how I sound at all.
No, I exaggerated, but could you imagine? Could you imagine that commercial? Now serving Ferrero Rocher.
I picture that with Forrest Gump.
Oh, God. Oh, that weed. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm sorry.
We're smoking Daily Special Sativa. That is literally all I got on this bottle here. 15% THC. It's pretty tasty. It has a nice, subtle, earthy tone to it, too. So far, we're almost done this one, but it has a green, or it has a light brown green. Like, I don't know how you say it. Not a brown, but it is a lighter green.
Okay, for one,
Almost yellow.
it's like a sagey green.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help for people who don't know what sage green looks like. So
Yeah, it's good. It's good
it's
weed.
good. It tastes good. Trust us. It's good, bitch.
And it doesn't knock you out. It keeps me awake, helps me stay up and do shit. Like if I want to play games or do a pod or write out something, like, the fucking posts that I've been doing and stuff like that.
I can-
Yeah, no, either.
Oh, I did forget to mention that Sage and Sour from Montreal Cannabis is 25.6% THC.
Damn. That beats
It's
mine.
some strong shit.
Yeah, it beats my shit.
How much
Yeah.
is ours?
15.5% THC.
You said that already, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. There was something that Spinny brought up earlier that I kind of also wanted to talk about, but I thought about saving it, but I think I do want to talk about it still, was phobias. Your fear of sticky things, your fear of being sticky.
Yeah, it's got a name. It's just
Yeah,
long and
it's long
arbitrary.
and hard to say.
and-
Well,
and-
fun fact, my dear friend, we did some research.
We know what it is.
Let's see if y'all can pronounce it, though.
We can.
That sounds
Them
like
eyes.
a lot of confidence.
Iraqi butyrophobia.
Arachibutyrophobia.
Yeah. Iraqitro. Oh, here, I'll fucking...
He could say it. Yesterday. Come on, Chris, you're making me look bad.
I heard about it before because my work has been showing these weird, like, random facts on the TV screens in the calf. And it talked about how it's the fear of having peanut butter stuck to the top of your mouth. Then I looked it up, and it's actually more... That's a big one, because that's what normal people are afraid of about it, but, like, people who have a severe case...
More generalized.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, you have that stickiness fear of everywhere kind of thing, which is actually more known for that fear.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
It's like my only fear. Other than, like, regular shit you're scared of. Like, if, like, I was swimming in the ocean and I saw a shark, I would be scared. Like, it's not like literally nothing else on earth makes me
See-
scared. Yeah, no.
You have, like, one pretty solid phobia that's like, that's a thing, that's Spinny hates. Right? He had to, like, deep dive on me because I have a pretty solid, respectable fear for everything. So, like,
You got a couple.
so
I just got one.
he's got a really deep dive, and he deep dove. He deep dove hard. He kind of went into my psyche a little, and it hurt.
Fucking Sherlock Holmes, do you?
Yeah, like I'm sitting doing art, and he's like, "So this is what I think," and I'm like,
Would you like me to share with the people what my thought was?
"Yeah, sure, go for it." I was just like, "Damn."
Athazagorophobia. That's the best way I'm trying to pronounce it. Is the fear of forgetting someone or something, as well as a fear of being forgotten. For example, you or someone close to you may have anxiety or fear of developing Alzheimer's disease or memory loss.
My grandmother has, who since passed, had Alzheimer's. It's genetic, so that is actually a huge fear of mine that I don't really talk about, is getting that. And then, yeah, on top of that, just, I got issues, man.
Mine is a very weird and very, I guess it's common for some people, and people may make fun of me for it. So basically, my fear is fear of wind.
The fear of wind.
Yep. I hate windy days. Really windy days, I get very anxious and nervous. Trees I don't go around trees when it's on windy days, or signs that hang from fucking buildings, or signs that hang at all.
Or like icicles on buildings and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you want to know what's fucked up? 6 years of being together, and he brought that to my attention, and I just kind of analyzed our whole relationship and went, oh my God, things make so much sense. Literally last week, he walked me to work. Okay, it was super fucking windy because it was about to storm. 100 feet away from my work is a sign that's hanging off another sign, and he went, "Don't go over there. That sign's really fucky." And I just went, okay. And like, not even the direction that I'm going in. My work's before that sign, right? I don't go that way at all. And I'm like, okay, honey, right? Just thinking, well, why would I go over there? And then he said that. And then he said that.
It was fucking moving, man. It was fuking...
And I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. He doesn't want the sign to fall on me, even though it's 100 feet a fucking way. It just made so much sense. So much sense.
They travel. I mean, fun fact, what if the sign fell off at my work up at Highbury in Huron the one day? Went smashing in the parking lot. We're talking like a sign like the size of this room.
Thank you for instilling his fear more, Ryan. Thank you.
I mean, I'm justifying it.
Yeah. Well,
windy day, walk on the other side of the street.
That's what I do.
Yeah, he's saying that's not an irrational fear. That is quite rational.
Well, apparently, anemophobia, also known as anemophobia, is an extreme fear of wind or drafts. It is rather uncommon and can be treated. It has many different effects on the human brain, and it causes panic attacks for those who have the fear. It can make people miss out on regular everyday activities, such as going outside. So I don't have it that severe. I can go outside, I can do life and whatnot, and I can handle going outside on windy days. I just don't like being around swaying fucking trees, swaying signs, things that move like they shouldn't fucking move that much in normal time.
Okay, so you're scared of heavy objects falling then, I guess. Rather than wind is just the byproduct that can make them fall.
Well, the thing is, like, I go near those things on any other day without any fear of it falling.
But if it had any wobbly look to it, wind or not, like if it was just structurally unstable, you would see that and get the same reaction, right?
Probably.
Because, yeah. I'm thinking, what if it's not a fear of like strong winds, but it's a fear of like a tree falling on you, or a tree branch, or a sign, or just something making something fall on you. And wind is obviously something that does that.
Maybe. I've noticed it. Oh, sorry.
Fair enough. So if you walked by like a sign and then it just had it was like loosely hanging by the bolts, like kind of rocking back and forth, maybe not from the wind, but like looks like it's teetering on the edge of falling, you'd kind of get the same nervous reaction.
I don't think I'd get the same nervous reaction. I think I'd notice it and be like, okay, that's going to probably fall. I should probably avoid that. Whereas, like, being out on a windy day, I'm kind of more looking at the trees and looking at how things are, like, how trees are, like, almost like they're fucking bending almost right over and just still going. It's like, maybe I'm afraid it's going to be turned into a tornado. Maybe. Like, as weird as that could be in London. I don't think we'll ever get hit by one ever in the history of London. Maybe more. I don't know. We already discussed how I don't know much.
If you want to talk irrational fears, honey.
Yeah.
I think I beat that. My most irrational fear is moths.
True.
I will not.
He's scared of moths.
I will not deal with a moth. Nope. No, you could be dying. Sorry. If there's a moth in the room, you're on your own. No, I will not deal with it. They fucking have dive bombed my head one too many times with their fluttery, fluffy little bodies. Fucking tapping me on the face. I can't.
It might be please you to know, lipidotrophobia.
Oh my goodness.
I'm butchering all these, I know.
Oh, it's so bad.
Very bad, very bad. Anyways, is the fear of butterflies or moths. And I think Ryan might have the same fear. Because while some people may have a mild fear of these insects, a phobia is when you have an excessive or irrational fear that interferes with your daily life.
I will run out of a room.
I remember a story Ryan was telling me. He was in his garage getting high, and a butterfly came in and attacked him, and he had to run out the fucking garage.
Okay, Ryan, I believe you. Okay,
Sorry, it was a big butterfly.
I'm sorry.
I think his eyes were glowing red.
Do we recall the monster moth on the bus? Do we not recall the fucking moth the size of my goddamn fist that attacked my head and I just about died? Like, I was, oh my god, there was no way out. There was no way out. I was on a bus, and it was a small, confined space, which just adds to the anxiety, and you're just like, God, get me out of this goddamn place, and there's people surrounding you, and a moth flying at your head. It was the worst of circumstances, and I screamed, and people stared, and it was embarrassing, but you want to know something? I stand by it, because there was a goddamn moth. And I'm done.
I was there. That moth was like about the size of a bottle of Pepsi.
Thank you.
Well,
I've
maybe one of those
realized
baby ones.
I've realized I have a second fear.
Oh yeah.
June bugs.
I remember that.
All right.
Yeah, you've all seen me run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just book it. I'll faster than you. I just run as fast as I can. I just go Forrest Gump, full Forrest Gump, and I just literally just start running, just kicking myself in the ass running, just booking it.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of my irrational fear, which would be bees. The butterfly was just one incident, but
True.
bees consistently.
Bees are not an irrational fear.
I had one crawl in my ear when I was like 7 years old.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Not
Bro.
irrational.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm
Terrifying.
on your level. I get it. You want to know why? One stung me in the eye.
Did you mean to rhyme?
No, I fucking did not, but I love it.
Roll. That's the third time we've done
on
that
your
tonight.
level. You want to know why? One stung me in the eye.
You're listening to too much rap.
That's the hash kicking in.
MC penny for a pound.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to go with witty. And your last name's Penny, right? So, you know. MC penny for a pound.
Okay.
For a pound. I get it. Penny for a pound. Sorry.
Oh, shit. That is some good
I
news.
have
like a
been listening
pothole.
to way too much rap. It's true.
Yeah, because I was figuring, you know, all these new rappers' names are really fucked up, like 2 Chainz and that kind of shit. I don't
That's
know.
not new.
Well, he's not new, but like I always thought that was a weird rapper name. Just
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz? That's
'Cause
your
he
rapper
ha-
name?
Yeah, because he has 2 chains on.
I get that, but what's next? 2 socks? Because he got 2 socks on?
That was such a dad joke.
Oh, probably.
No,
Shit.
but there is a rapper named One Sock.
You're lying.
Yeah, I'm making
The April Fool's bitches. No, but you know, they have weird names.
You know why he only wears one sock?
I
He's got a
really want to
fucking
know.
peg leg on the other goddamn leg.
What?
This is one of those moments where Ryan thinks he's funnier than he is.
That episode where I said I think I'm the funniest person in the world, and sometimes that's a problem.
You said that on the last one.
Exactly.
Oh shit, that was just the most recent one.
That's the one before this one. That's pretty fucking recent. What did you do? Did you snort?
Giant fucking big snort. That just made everybody die.
I didn't.
Just like, oh my god, I can't. There's a problem. I'm crying. There's so much. I can't. Oh fuck. No.
Oh, did you get high school high again?
It happened.
You've been hanging around
okay.
Sadie too much.
Sadie snorts.
There are literal tears running running down my face.
Don't worry, honey. It's not going to be the last time it probably happens. People
I'm
are going
fine.
to grown to love your snort. I have. I've
Oh
always
my
loved-
god, that one was real obnoxious though. That was just like right in the ear.
The silence was deafening.
I missed it. That's the weird part is I missed that whole thing because I was laughing at what he said, which I can't even remember now because I was really laughing after you filled me in with the
To
fuck
be
everybody else
honest, I've
laughing
lost the last 5 minutes.
that's what used to happen when you start off with hash in the first fucking bowl.
I shouldn't have started with hash. I'm sorry.
You had two.
I did. I had 2 bowls of hash, but I was in pain,
True. Yeah.
and it helped a lot.
Yeah, it looked good.
Note to
Better.
self: buy that hash in the future.
Hey, it worked. You took 2 of them and called them in a half hour.
I did, yeah. Right before that we started, yeah, that was the thing that I can't even articulate. Wow, I'm so fucking high. This is ridiculous. I don't know how this is happening to me. I have such a good tolerance.
Well, it's some very potent weed, for one.
Somebody
2,
else
it's some
talk.
good hash.
That is some pretty good weed. Sometimes we hit a pothole and we just kind of get lost in some funny conversations.
Yeah, that's normally how the podcast goes. So, Ryan, would you like to know what I thought your fear was?
What did you think my fear was? If it wasn't the butterflies or the bees?
Well, technically the butterflies.
You scared of what now, Ryan? You scared of the birds and the bees?
Butterflies and the bees.
yeah.
He
Close
said
enough, motherfucker.
The butterfly was one incident. The bee is every single time.
Well, that's, again, because I went deep dive on her, and I kind of went deep dive on you, in a way of, like,
Okay.
you're at telephobia.
Atelophobia.
Telephobia.
You're scared of the band Attila? Like with Franz as the vocalist?
No.
Like rap metal?
I'm not sure what that is, actually.
It's like kind of the fear of not being able to do things right in any way, making mistakes often, not knowing what you're doing is right.
The fear of imperfection.
Yes. I'm not saying you're a perfectionist, but you do like to make sure you get things proper and done right.
Before
and,
making a decision.
Yeah.
You want to make sure it's the right one.
Yeah, right. You always kind of not overthink, but make sure you think about it long and hard before you make your decision. It's like, no one wants to make mistakes and shit, but like, I think you're focused on that, not making mistakes.
That makes sense. Damn.
And that's how you got where you are now, man. Like, you're, a management,
He didn't even get fully into it with me, man.
Jeez. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I know how, like, you listen to a lot of, like, motivational stuff, right? And try to motivate yourself.
Fair enough. Reminds me of listening to one of Jim Rohn's tapes where he was saying, talking about how the real exceptional people don't have any fears. They've only got the one fear, and that is fearing that they don't live up to their expectation, not living up to all they can be.
Interesting.
Who is this?
Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn. He's a really good guy to listen to. Now, if you don't know who Jim Rohn is, most people probably know who Tony Robbins is.
Oh, yeah.
Big
Everyone.
TV personality.
Yeah.
He's a big guy,
motivational.
right?
Big tall guy, yeah.
Yeah, tall guy. He's very energetic. His mentor and inspiration was Jim Rohn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
Interesting guy to listen to if you want to look him up.
Yeah, if you need some motivational, something to get you pepped up for your day, it's good to put on. It's like I used to listen to a certain Kevin Smith episodes of Smodcast because, like, he'll talk about his life, how he started off with nothing, and kind of get you pumped up, saying, like, don't worry about what people are going to think about it. Just put it out there. If you have ideas, if you have creativity, don't let it die inside. Like, just do something you want to do with love, chase whimsies and all that kind of stuff, And I always thought about it, and that's why I wanted to do this podcast, because it's like, that's my fucking whimsy, I've always wanted to try this, and You know, so here we are doing that. So, like, you know, if you need motivation, look these people up.
Even when your girlfriend gets too high and screams in your ear.
Or snorts.
Or snorts in your ear.
Look at this, cute. People are gonna love it. People are like, oh, you know how you are with when we listen to certain podcasts and there's a female voice and you're like, and she does something like that or something where she's like, oh my god, I feel stupid. And you're like, oh.
I'm gonna do a shout out, even though they'll probably never hear it. Kat from Box of Oddities is freaking adorable, and I adore her.
I was gonna say, yeah, you also had that same thought about Heather.
Oh, Heather.
Campbell.
Yeah.
Campbell. Heather Ann Campbell. Yeah. You thought that she was, because the way she was always kind of going down on herself, like being like, oh, I fucked up again. Kind of like, oh.
I relate to her. She's me.
That's other podcast.
Sorry, yeah, different podcasts, but they're all great podcasters.
Yeah, you know, and we're trying to get out there and do our thing, so we can be great podcasters too.
Yeah. Heather's from which podcast again?
How did this get played?
How did this get played?
Yeah, it's a really good game podcast. They play a lot of shitty games that from like my childhood that I kind of remember. Some of them I don't remember because they're not from my childhood, but I remember them because they're iconic games that are really bad, really shitty. And some of them are good. They play good games too. They play weird, wackiest, and shittiest games.
Which is cool. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So anybody guess my other fear?
What's your fear?
I wanna say
Somebody finding out you're Batman.
how did you know?
You just let it out, Ryan.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna kill you.
You just have to you just say it. You let
He's
it
not
out.
Batman. Batman don't kill him.
He figured it out.
If I disappear,
He's the Joker. Ha! No.
you all know.
He's the Riddler.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. I gotta admit, yeah, like
Well done.
I always loved Joker and Batman, but I gotta admit, the last couple of years I've been doing a lot more, not
Watch it, buddy.
reading the Riddler stuff.
Diddling the Riddler.
Man.
Riddle me this, Chris.
And he is like a really interesting character, especially in that Gotham show I started watching a while ago, and you know, just you never really see that kind of villain anymore and that kind of stuff. You know, there's the tropes of Joker, there's tropes of Penguin, tropes of everything else. And I don't remember seeing much tropes of like a Riddle type character, you know, that just puddles. Oh, I guess Jigsaw. He was a fucking Riddle ripoff.
Riddle ripoff.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well,
No, I don't know what your other fear is, love. I can't think of it. Even if you probably told me last night, I can't. I'm high.
well, I've always said I've conquered it.
Oh! I know what it was. It was clowns. And now it's not clowns. Because
Basically.
you love clowns.
Well, I love clowns, but I still get moments of like, if there's a creepy fucking clown, like trying to be creepy, and I can't unsee, like can't like figure it out kind of thing. Because normally I can like see past the makeup and be like, that's a person. That's just someone being stupid. Every now and then though, you get those fucking ones that just have that dead end stare, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, 1,000 yards there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like clowns. I've tolerated them in the last 6 years because of you and your weird obsession with clowns because you
I
have...
think it's because of the fear.
I know that, and you've explained that to me, but so many masks. But
Halloween mask.
I will not go near a clown in public. If there's a clown doing the balloon thing, giving kids balloons and shit like that, I guess they don't do that now, maybe because of pandemic. But when that was a thing,
And the whole crazy clown scare.
that
back in
too.
2016.
But no,
I still think that was just a marketing ploy for the movie It.
there is always
Still.
going to be an extremely wide berth between me and a clown. Like, just there's no. I don't want to deal with you. I
okay.
don't want you up in my grill.
Now, let's put it this way. If you came across a clown dressed up in his clown makeup, with his clown boots and clown clothes and his hair and makeup on, you'd be terrified of him, right?
I would be
unnerved by him.
I'd be unnerved.
Now, if she were to come up to you dressed up as a clown with the clown makeup and the clown hair and her dress and clown stuff, would that unnerve you?
Male, female, anything else, anyone in between, I don't care who you are. If you are dressed as a clown, I will punch you.
What about
No, that's a lie.
Dog.
That's actually a really big lie. That's a very big lie. I will
Dog,
not punch
run.
you. I will run.
Dog or cat clown?
Cruel.
cool?
Cruel.
Oh, cruel.
Oh.
Cruel.
I heard
devil.
cool.
Sorry.
What was her name from Big Comfy Couch? I said Claudia. I think that's
Lunette.
wrong. Lunette. Thank you. What about Lunette?
You know what? I didn't hate Lunette.
Yeah.
But you want to know why?
Molly, her
You want
dolly.
to know why? Because she didn't have really full clown makeup. She had a normal ass face, freckles, and a nose.
That's true.
It felt like she was a clown off duty. Right? Like, off episode, she had to go do clown stuff later on, but during the episode, she's just a regular person that was a clown. And it's just like, this is what you imagine, like, a clown goes to a birthday party and does his clown stuff, and then he gets in his, like, Acura and drives home, and then he's just a clown back at home, kind of like when you're a kid, you imagine your teachers, like, it's hard to think of what their lives would be. It's like they're just school.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I don't know. I used to love that show, but I don't know where my fear of clowns really stems from. There's no real good reason for it. I think it's just uncomfortableness of it.
It comes from Uncanny Valley. You know that term, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Where it's not quite
human.
looking human, but it looks close enough to be creepy.
Yeah, that's normally the reason why people are afraid of clowns. It's because it doesn't look right to them. The makeup kind of distorts their features, especially if they try to do Gacy makeup, which is basically like sharp edges.
Yeah.
Because clowns normally use soft
Rounded.
edges, round edges, but John Gacy was a serial killer, sadistic fucking asshole bastard. Anyway, sorry. And he did weird makeup where his clown, because he used to do clown parties dressed up as a clown, and do it for kids and stuff like that. And like, a weird story of that guy. Anyways, but his makeup was all sharp edges and shit like that, so it made him look creepy as shit. Right?
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know. I think it's also when they act like a clown freaks me out too. Like, I don't like that. Like, just stop. I think it's because I'm high that's bothering me so much, but I don't like it. I don't like to stop.
What?
You're trying to be weird. You're trying to be whimsical without being whimsical. Like, it's trying to be whimsical.
Well done, Chris.
Aren't
I'm
I
not sure
always
I could
whimsical?
nail that.
Just you're like bouncing your head back and forth like la di da di da di da, and it's like stop it. I don't know. Just I guess their behavior it makes me uncomfortable. Which they're not really doing anything wrong. They're making balloons. You know, like.
You know what's funny? I think I've already said this once, and maybe I've said it before when I talked about this before. Maybe again, I don't remember if it was on the podcast or not. But I think what got me to be less afraid of clowns was watching the original It for like the second time in my life. You know, seeing Tim Curry underneath the makeup almost, because like it's Tim Curry. Once you know who Tim Curry is, when you see It, that's all you can fucking see is Tim Curry.
Yeah.
And I love Tim Curry. He's fucking amazing in everything he does. And so when I watched it for the second time, because the first time I watched it because my brothers were watching, I do believe, and I fucking watched it with them and got terrified of clowns and terrified of fucking things like that. Horror movies and things and crazy things. So later on, when I was 16, I watched it with a girlfriend at the time, and I was watching it thinking, oh god, I'm going to be like shaking here because I'm afraid of clowns. I don't want to watch this, but she was like, oh, I love this movie. I'm like, oh, okay, let's watch it. You know, tough boyfriend, I can do this. Started watching it, and I was like, wait, that's fucking just Tim Curry from fucking...
with makeup on.
Yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Just less girly, more clown. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's not bad at all. That's actually kind of funny. Everything he's doing is actually pretty funny. And it kind of just sparked from there where I would see that kind of hilarity in these clowns. And like evil clowns even, like so these scary clowns even. It's like these other horror movies out there with scary clowns. They're not really scary anymore. They're comical to me now because the clowns are so over the top or so stupid.
What do you think of the Devil's Rejects clowns?
Captain Spaulding. I fucking love him.
Same.
He
That
was
shit
perfect.
freaked me out when I
Like
was
that's
young.
the kind of
I
clown
watched that
I mean.
real
Like,
young now.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's the kind of
Those
clown
are good
like
fucking movies.
would fucking terrify me or something if I met him in real life.
Yeah, no.
Fucking just stare.
I mean,
Fruity.
you've probably instilled the fear a little more with how many horror movies we watch with clowns in them. It's just like unsettling. I can't.
The Hell House one where that fucking dummy clown came to life.
Ooh, yeah, no.
stalk
There's
people in the
a
house.
few times where I've just been like, no, can we
even,
not?
Even that one made me go, ooh, I don't like that. No, that fucking dummy clown. No, thank you. I turn around and see that in my house. I'm fucking getting the fuck out.
Going on from fears and stuff like that, we also have the fear of open water.
Well, yeah, yours, yeah.
Terrified of open water and
maybe,
boats. I don't like boats, but that's more seasickness.
Big.
maybe next year for for April Fool's Day. Actually, I'm gonna call that New Year's. Yeah, that's my new Year. April 1st. You can call me April Fool.
Wow.
I'll start putting that on the schedule.
Next year, I think maybe what I'll do is we'll get you a little boat trip and get the captain dressed up as a clown. And get like a little lantern filled with moss so I can let go.
Are you trying to give me a stroke?
That doesn't sound good at all.
Doesn't
That
sound very
sounds like
good like a
a
prank.
horrible time.
Well, it's a prank. It's supposed to be not a good time.
It's not supposed to be horrifying. It's supposed to be funny, and I don't find that funny.
Well, your reaction will be funny for me. Because at first you'd be like, boat, moss, and run to the inside and there's a clown.
Okay, first of all, if I'm on a boat, I'm not sitting there going, boat. I'm puking over the side of the boat.
Great. So this reminds me of my segue where I was going to mention one of my other fears. Anybody else got the fear where you can't run away from something, where you're like dreaming and something's like coming at you and you can't run
Dude.
fast enough away?
Well, that's
Are
nightmares.
we like
And
the
he's
same
trying to put you
person?
on a boat where you can't run away.
Right? You and I, man, you and I have always been like this, okay? And like, I'm telling you,
Oh my god. I know why Ryan's superpower is that he wants to run like a beast. It's because his biggest fear is that he can't run away like a beast. It all comes back around. I'm like,
Developed from these constant dreams of being stuck. And that's when I probably started dreaming like that. And I was like, wait, I can run like this.
it all comes together.
Makes sense. Say, we were so close to being synced there. What happened?
I'm sorry.
I stopped listening.
Do you think that's why Frodo tries so hard to pull on his leash? He's like, man, I can't run. I can't run as fast as I try.
He just got some more energy than you would think that little dog would have. Then again, little dogs have a lot of energy, I hear. But this one...
This little guy is natural fed, but he looks like he's on steroids. This little... What is he again? Shih Tzu Pug
Boston Terrier.
Boston Terrier. Well developed. Sadie's...
He's got a chest like a beast. He's just all muscle.
Yeah.
He's slim. Sadie's thick.
all 3 pounds of it.
He's actually 20 pounds, thank you.
Damn.
20.
That's all muscle.
He's probably closer to 25 now.
Call him Arnie instead of Frodo.
Arnie. I mean, I love Arnie.
Little Mr. Universe. Well, trying to think of more pranks to do because technically we're recording this early, so it's not yet April Fool's. So I can still pull a prank on you, my dear, and you. We're all not safe. Just saying.
That's how we're gonna play this.
So
Okay.
you just opened this up between the four
Shit.
of us.
What have you done? There's
Did I? Yeah.
Yeah. You just started something, motherfucker.
don't start a prank where you can't end.
Hey man, I put a sock in the pillow.
I put a tack under
no
a teacher's
holds
chair.
barred, people.
Boy, you better watch it. Tread lightly.
Well, I know where your pillows are.
Yeah, and I know where you
your bed.
sleep.
True.
Like shit, there are pillows. Fuck.
If anything, we team up together.
We're not supposed to say that now.
You know that saying, don't shit where you sleep.
Yeah.
Don't put nasty wet socks where you sleep.
Don't prank where you lay.
Don't prank where you lay. Or lay lightly.
Sleep with one eye open, bitch.
Don't prank where you get laid. Probably a better thing to say because I want that to continue happening. So.
I've got the power.
Well, yeah. Well, should we smoke weed on that?
Smoke weed about it, yeah. Just get out of my head.
That sage and sour is some pretty good stuff.
Well, in a world full of pranks and superstitions and phobias, I didn't even get into superstitions, but we got into phobias. There's always room for more.